hello there, and welcome to Harry P. Leu Gardens in Orlando, Florida. We've actually been here for just a bit, so let's get you caught up.
Leu Gardens contain nearly 50 acres of landscaped grounds with meandering trails shaded by old oaks and plenty of semi-tropical and tropical plants at your fingertips. Beyond the gardens, the Leu House now serves as a museum and is a restored 19th century home listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Tours of the house are available at no additional charge, but be sure to check the website for schedules as they do change depending on the season.
That way. Lift the lid and look inside, but do not touch. Oh, don't touch it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. This is seriously the coolest tree root I have ever seen. This is lily ginger, or wait for it, Sasquatch.
Harry P. Leu and his wife, Mary Jane, purchased the property in 1936. Mr. Leu owned a very successful industrial supply company which allowed them to travel extensively throughout the globe. As a part of their trips, they brought back plants and seeds for their garden. Those efforts bear witness to the legacy they left to the city of Orlando. The property has been operated and maintained by the city since they donated it in 1961.
Well, there you go. For just $15 an adult, $30 all in. This has been an amazing, better part of a full day.
Yes.
I'm just here in town for a business conference, the A3 Business Forum and Conference that picks up Monday here. Decided to bring Alana along so we could just have some fun and some hopefully warmer weather here in Orlando compared to the single digits that we left Ohio for. And this has been great. We're not into the action theme park kind of stuff that we're really close to over by Disney and all that other stuff. Actually, our hotel is like overlooks Disney.
Yes.
Yeah, this has been great. I would recommend it. I'm traveling super light, so everything you saw, both photo and video, was all from your camera.
Yes.
The Z50, which has been interesting for me. So hopefully there was enough footage there and you liked it. I am not sure what we're into next, but here it comes. All right, well, here we are, Sea Life Aquarium.
Orlando.
In, they know Orlando, but what's the name of this park that we're in?
Icon Park.
We're in Icon Park. So, let's go see some fishies. Sea Life is owned by Merlin Entertainments, and while we found our visit to this location to be very entertaining, they strive to achieve much more than this, with a mission to inspire a love of the ocean and its creatures, and to encourage preservation. We had no problem with the $34 per adult ticket price.
Combo tickets are available to stretch the dollar further if you're interested in adding a few local attractions. We enjoyed our time here, but we did have somewhat of a bipolar experience. All Alana and I really wanted to do was slow down and just watch the underwater world in front of us. But at the same time, we just wanted to keep moving and get the heck out of there. You see, we're kid lovers, but it seems we've settled into our empty nest lives already, and the excitement and energy of those frantic little feet and shouting voices proved to be a little too stressful for us. If you still have your parental patience and those mutable ears, I'm sure you'd be just fine. This polarizing effect wasn't limited to just us. We did notice that some children seemed to be in awe and just couldn't get enough, while others really didn't care about any of it. Bottom line, be prepared for different reactions if you plan to take those little loved ones with you.
After Sea Life, we headed over to the Museum of Illusions for an interactive, immersive, and fun experience for all generations. Exhibits are not only amusing and awesome tricks, but will teach you about vision, perception, the human brain, and science, so it will be easier to perceive while your eyes see things which your brain cannot understand. We paid just under $38 per person, but like Sea Life, discounts are available with some planning in advance of a visit, something we didn't do.
It was interesting how different the vibe was here over Sea Life, in spite of the fact that the two places are really only feet apart and were equally busy. Here, everyone took their time and patiently waited for others to move from an illusion rather than pushing you along. Overall, this was a really neat experience, and I'm happy that we were here to visit.
Whoa, hey, oh. This is screwing me up. Whee! Oh my God.
Icon Park has a lot of dining options, allowing you to extend your time here and make the most of a full day and activities. We chose the Tin Roof, where we enjoyed live music and a few cocktails to wrap up our visit.
enough of the city and touristy stuff. Now on to a hike.
Yeah, that's right. We have come over to Lake Louisa State Park, and I think we're going to check out the nature trail. It should be about 3.5 miles, so we might also get into some extra stuff. I'm going to switch over to your long lens on the camera. Hopefully we'll get to see some critters, some nature along it. I'm not optimistic, though, because it got down to darn near freezing last night. It's very, very cold. We brought the Ohio weather south, unfortunately. Luckily, we have plenty of sun, which is bad for photography, but should be good for heat. So
Yes.
Let's go get warmed up.
This park offers several experiences beyond the 20 miles of hiking, like bicycling, camping, horseback riding, and paddling for the entrance fee of just $5 per vehicle, which I think is a smoking deal considering the high cost of other activities in the area.
The 3.5 miles that I mentioned earlier for this hike was one way, and with the little side hikes and an extra loop that we added, we ended up wrapping up with just over 8.2 miles for the day. I must say, though, that due to the flat landscape and the well-maintained paths, it didn't feel like this distance at all to us.
There is absolutely no doubt that birding and other wildlife would be a typical sight along the path we selected, but the cold did in fact keep it largely hidden on our visit.
Once back in the car, we decided to check out the camping areas. We found the typical, but very well maintained, RV type of campground, but also two types of glamping experiences for those without an RV and you're not into backpacking or other primitive options. If glamping is still a little too rustic for you, cabin rentals are also available. Really, there's no reason not to check out this state park or any of the others in the area.
Well, that's a wrap on our atypical flying visit to Orlando. If you like what you saw, check out the playlist from a visit we did 2 years ago to Las Vegas, where we didn't do any of the typical things that you would normally see. See you later.